I often share about what I'm doing to predator-proof my kids because I genuinely believe that there is a way that we can raise them that will make them repulsive to the wrong people and make the wrong people repulsive to them. I'm Francesca, a mom of two who holds a master's in forensic psychology, worked in law enforcement intelligence, and founded an anti-trafficking mental health nonprofit, Human Safe, which provides therapy to survivors as young as 2 years old. I have gotten a lot of pushback in the past, maybe not a lot, a few comments here and there, but I guess because I want to make sure that I show up with integrity and that I'm also conveying this belief that the reason why exploitation or abuse seems random is because the wrong dots are being connected. A lot of times their demographic information like financial status, or whether it's a two-parent household, or if the kid got good grades, or if the kid was polite, like because they don't fit the mold of what a lot of people think of when they think of a survivor or a victim. They think that this is random. But what they are not looking at, and what is very difficult to look at, is whether there was safety and belongingness within the home. The capacity for them to feel safe at home and feel like they belong and feel connected to a safe adult is like the most important determining factor of whether they are vulnerable to not just predators, but bullies, frenemies, toxic people online, all of that stuff. And so I just want to share, predators hunt. They know exactly what traits they're looking for. My trainings in law enforcement intelligence and beyond that, trainings I have facilitated and attended, like a lot of it talks about the kids' vulnerabilities, things that we can see immediately. Things like there's no safe parent who is present. They are, lacking resources. They have a history of abuse already. They grew up in a domestic violence background, all of these things. But on the flip side of that, what we're not talking about are the things that the safe kids have in common. And I was raised by a mom who was a therapist and a dad who was a retired Marine Corps colonel who worked in private security. And, both of them together very intentionally did things to keep me safe that I didn't realize or I didn't figure out how to articulate until I had my own kids. And I wanted to share this information with my kids' friends' parents because, as a community, it takes all of us to protect each other's children, to protect all the children in our lives. So that it's very weird for me to talk about this because I just want to make sure that it's also very clear that I'm not blaming, the survivors or their parents, because there isn't, there shouldn't, what someone's wearing, what they act like, what they talk like, they could be naked walking down the street and nothing should ever happen to them, right? But in the same breath, I also want to say, but there is so much more that we can do to protect our kids, genuinely protect them, than most people are talking about. So just wanted to share that.